Hello, back again with part 2 of Vegetable Garden from Scratch. Now just finished, it's getting a bit late, in the sense it's probably about 7:30 or something like that, and I'm pretty shattered, so I'll get behind the camera so I can just relax my face and not have to smile. Alright, now this is the area again. Now I just marked out the area, and let me go back a bit. I just marked it out at about, I only stepped it out, like, so a rough measurement, it's about 3.5 by 3.5 metres. Now what I've done, now let's go a bit closer, I've just dug down, like fairly straight, around the edges of that 3.5 by 3.5, just like that. So there's a bit of grass, like obviously on this side it's dead now, but it'll come back. So what I've done, I've actually dug down probably about 80 mil, thereabouts, just to kind of eliminate most of the grass root system, and everything's just been piled up in the middle. Alright, so let me just go back. Sorry, my gumboots are sticking to my legs, haven't got socks on, too much information. So you can see there that I've actually just dug it out like that, so pretty basic so far, alright? So everything's been piled up in the middle. I'll sort all that out, I'll shake off all the grass that's actually in there and just leave the dirt. Now, look, theoretically from here, you could just pile on a couple of metres of soil, mound it up to the edges of there and just plant away, but I'm actually going to clear all this area and then I'm going to till it through, like dig it all through. You can see where that pile was. I'd literally just moved that pile across from there. So I was going to move it somewhere else and I thought, oh, where else am I going to move it? So I just shoveled it over, because if you move it once, I'm just going to have to move it again, so it can stay there for now. Let me just show you what the soil's like. Now this is one of the reasons why I actually wanted to grow in here. Now there's root systems, I've found all kinds of things. I've been digging up weeds, roots, bloody whatever. You can see some of the root systems still in there. But the soil as a whole, you can see is quite, now I'm not putting much pressure on that, is actually quite pliable and really pretty easy. So it's nice colour. It needs a fair bit of organic matter dug through it, which I'll do. But that was one of the points I wanted to make with it, is positioning. So it gets a lot of sunlight in this spot. It does actually get full day sun, so I might end up having to look at some kind of shade house system with it. So we'll see how we go anyway. But the positioning is good. Lots of sun, it's close to water, so it's not a hassle to water it, and the soil quality is really quite good. So they're the main things to look for when you're going to site your garden in the first place. I really should have mentioned that in the first video, but I forgot. So that's it. So basically, hang on a sec. So what I'll do, once I've cleared up all this stuff, like got rid of all the grass, because I'm actually digging down about 50 mil through the entire surface area to get rid of any grass that was there. Now I'm lucky in a sense, because the pile of sand and crushed rock was there and that was on a sheet of plastic, it actually killed off the grass. It'd been there for about a good 12 months or so, probably longer now that I think about it. So everything underneath was killed off to a degree, probably about a third of the area that I'm actually going to turn into vegetable garden was fine as it was. I didn't have to dig it up. I still have to dig up a lot of grass, so that's another thing too. You can always, if you want to dig down into the ground, you can cover the area, mark out the area, cover it with a bit of plastic. Try not to buy it. If you've already got some plastic, use that. Otherwise you can use newspaper, cardboard, try and use something kind of recycled, something that you've got access to, so you don't actually have to go out and, you know, put money out there for plastic. So that I know it sounds a bit funny, but if we kind of don't try not to contribute to systems like that, then the need for it, the want for it diminishes, so the need to manufacture it diminishes to a degree also. So plus save some money, you know, just utilise what you've got at home. Like you could cover this area with a couple of the Sunday newspapers, you know what I mean? So if you get the newspaper, keep them, put down a good, you know, thick layer. You have to put something over top of it to keep it down though, and wet it so it doesn't just blow away everywhere. If you can leave it for a few months, all the better, and then you can actually just plant straight on top of that, put dirt on top of the newspaper and grow in there, because the newspaper will break down over time, so that's cool. I'm not doing that. So I was lucky in the sense of the plastic covered a fair bit of the area, or a third of it. So I only have to dig up about 2/3 of this entire area. So that's cool. I'll clear all this grass out and I'll dig it all over, and I'll come back and I'll show you when I'm at that point. And then we've basically got all the ingredients. So if we use the analogy of a cake, once this is all dug out, we've basically got our flour, eggs, butter, sugar, milk, whatever. And then we're gonna, I'm gonna incorporate some organic matter, manure, things like that into the area, and that'll be basically mixing the cake together. And then we'll go from there. Oh, there's a rabbit. Sorry, I better go. There's a rabbit. It's just seen me. Bloody rabbits. Alright, so this is the area. Yeah. And the wind's starting to pick up too. Nice. Alright, I'm going in because I'm knackered. Stay tuned for volume 3. Cool. Alright, any questions, give me a yell, alright? Cool. Thanks. See ya.